Hi friends, I'm so glad you can join me. Today, we have the pleasure of reading the book, The Shade of Cocoa. Let's join Bella as she navigates a life lesson and learns to love the skin she's in. Make sure you grab your copy if you have it. Get ready to read with me in 3, 2, 1.
The Shade of Cocoa, written by Marquita B., illustrated by Jasmine Mills. Good morning, Miss Fletcher, Bella shouted cheerfully while running to her cubby to hang her backpack. Good morning, Bella, and remember, no running, Mrs. Fletcher responded. Yes, Mrs. Fletcher, she replied as she walked to her seat. Her thick, kinky ponytails were the color of midnight and bobbed a little as she walked. Bella Moore was an energetic and curious 5-year-old. She was petite with rich chocolate complexion, big twinkling eyes the color of cinnamon, and long eyelashes. She looked just like her father and was a true daddy's girl. Her parents called her Coco because of her beautiful skin. Hi, Bella, Sasha exclaimed. I brought you this bracelet I made with my mom. Thank you so much, Bella said, leaning in for a hug. I love it. Bella and Sasha were best friends, yet they were different in many ways. Sasha was mild-tempered and quiet. She had coconut milk skin, ocean blue eyes, and rosy cheeks. Her long blonde locks cascaded down her back like a waterfall. The two girls were inseparable. After school, they played hopscotch and hosted tea parties with their dolls. Often, however, Sasha's features intrigued Bella. She wanted to know why they looked so different. In her eyes, Sasha was beautiful because she looked like the ladies on TV and magazines. Sasha would tell her that she was beautiful too, but Bella didn't feel beautiful. Class that day was full of activities that Bella enjoyed. Before the school day ended, Mrs. Fletcher asked for the class's attention. Okay, children, don't forget that tomorrow is show and tell. Bring in an interesting photo of your family and tell the class what makes them special. I can't wait to talk about my family, Bella exclaimed to Sasha. Me too. I wish I can bring in my kitten Snowball, Sasha said, and the two girls began to giggle. As the bell rang, Bella's mother entered the classroom and sashayed toward the girls. Hello, everyone, she said with excitement. Then she greeted Bella and Sasha with a hug. How are my favorite girls? We are great, Mom. We are excited about tomorrow's show and tell, yelped Bella. Yes, Mrs. Moore, we get to talk about our families, Sasha chimed in. That sounds awesome, girls, Bella's mother replied. Okay, Coco, get your backpack and say goodbye, okay? Yes, Mommy, she said before hugging Sasha and grabbing her things. See you later, alligators, she yelled. After a while, crocodile, the class and Mrs. Fletcher replied together. That evening, Bella's parents made her favorite meal of homemade lasagna with garlic rolls, salad, and fresh baked cookies. They talked about their day and agreed to look for the perfect family photo for Bella's show and tell after dinner. All right, Coco, now that the kitchen is clean, let's pull out the photo album, Bella's dad said while patting his full belly. Yippee! Bella exclaimed as she grabbed her mother's hand and headed to the living room. The family laughed as they looked through the photos. Bella finally picked a photo her family had taken after church a few weeks ago. She liked the photo because her and her mother wore mommy and me dresses that day. Her dad's tie and socks matched their dresses as well. While looking at the photo, Bella asked, "Mommy, why don't I look like you? I mean, why don't I have your bright skin?" Her parents were both surprised by the question and glanced at each other with puzzled looks. "Well, you see," her dad stammered. "What your father is trying to say, Bella," her mother began, "is that God made us all different and we are all perfect in His image. That means you have the chocolate skin you were meant to have. Do you understand?" "Yes, Mommy," she stated, trying to understand as her mother kissed her head. "By the way, you picked a great picture to share," her dad said, trying to lighten the mood. "Yes, it is," her mother chimed in. "Now, time to get ready for bed, Coco. I will run your bath water while you pick out your clothes for tomorrow, okay?" "Yes, Mommy," she said while kissing her dad goodnight. "I love you," they both said together. Bella thought about what her mother had said, but it did not help her understand why Sasha's skin looked more like her mother's skin than her own. Bella's mother had skin the color of honey butter, forest green eyes, and brown springy coils that came to the middle of her back. She thought about the fashion shows where she would watch her mother model beautiful clothes and all the attention she would get. Bella thought about the ladies on TV and magazine covers, all with beautiful, fairer skin just like her mother and Sasha. As she looked through the window from her bed, she wished on the twinkling stars that she could change her skin. The next day, Bella came into class, cheerful as always. She greeted everyone, put her bag in her cubby, and sat next to Sasha. She finished her math problems and raced through eating her lunch in hopes that doing so would make show and tell arrive sooner. After recess, it was finally time for show and tell. Mrs. Fletcher called her to the front of the class. "This is my family. I'm an only child," Bella boasted. "This is my favorite picture because we are all dressed alike." "Wonderful! Is there anything else you would like to share?" Mrs. Fletcher asked. "Yes, one more thing. Everyone says Dad and I look like twins. My dad and I are black and my mommy is white." Mrs. Fletcher gasped as the class began to clap. "Bella, get back to your seat. Everyone get ready for story time," Mrs. Fletcher said quickly. Bella didn't understand why Mrs. Fletcher ended show and tell so quickly and didn't let her classmates ask any questions. Not long after story time, Bella's mom arrived to pick her up. When she started to enter the classroom, Mrs. Fletcher stopped her at the door to talk in the hallway. "Did you do something wrong today?" Sasha whispered. "No, I don't think so," Bella answered. "I did all my work today and didn't chit-chat too much." When Mrs. Fletcher and her mom walked back into the room, Bella was confused by the look on her mother's face. "Mommy, what's wrong?" she asked. Her mother picked her up and told her how much she loved her, but she did not answer Bella's question. The car ride home was silent. When they arrived, Bella washed up for dinner. From the stairwell, she could see her parents talking quietly. During dinner, they talked about their day, but then the conversation shifted. "Coco, we want to talk to you about something," her mother said in a somber tone. "Okay, Mommy," Bella said softly, still wondering if she was in trouble. Mrs. Fletcher told me that during show and tell, you told the class that you and Daddy were black and that I was white. Who told you that, Coco? Her mother asked softly. Well, I told myself, explained Bella. When I met Sasha, I asked her why her skin and her hair were different. She told me it was because she was white. So I thought that meant you were white too. You're so beautiful, just like the ladies on TV. Not like me. Oh no, baby. Beauty comes in all shades, her father exclaimed. Sasha is white American, and the three of us are black American. That just means our ancestors came from different places. Do you know what the best thing about that is? No, Daddy, said Bella quietly. It's that we come in all different shades. This is especially true for black Americans, her father explained. From the color ivory to the color of midnight, no shade is more beautiful than another. Do you understand? Yes, Daddy, I think so, she said as she started to imagine different shades of skin. See, Coco? Her mother joined in. Our people come in a rainbow of rich colors. My skin may be different from you and Daddy, but we are still family. Bella's mother put their arms side by side. I just have a little less pigment in my skin than you both, she explained. I want you to love your gorgeous skin. Some people lay in the sun all day to have your shade of skin. Most importantly, remember that true beauty comes from the heart. Bella was happy to learn that pigment was the only thing that made her look different from her mom. She was also happy to know that others desired to have her shade of skin color. After they finished talking, her dad pulled out his laptop and began to show Bella many beautiful and successful Black American women in all different shades. Bella was amazed and felt as though she could be like one of those women one day. Daddy, I didn't know there were so many important women that looked like me, Bella exclaimed with a smile on her face. Of course there are, her father replied, and me and Mommy are going to remind you of that all the time. If you ever question anything, please come talk to us, okay? Yes, Daddy, I promise, she said, feeling relieved. Bella's mom and dad sandwiched her in a hug and gave her lots of kisses as they sat on the sofa that night. She was left feeling beautiful and with a sense of pride that she had never felt before. That night in bed, Bella looked up at the twinkling stars and made a promise to herself to always love her chocolate skin and to share the beauty of being Black American with the world.
Wasn't it awesome that Bella found a whole new appreciation for her beautiful cocoa skin? It's so important to love and accept ourselves just as we were made. I really hope you enjoyed today's book and would join me really soon. Until next time, bye!